I'm Katie Lawyer. I teach a 4-5 blend at Chavez, and it's a bilingual lit squared class. The iPads, I'd say we utilize the most across all subject areas because we use it for writing, for reading fluency. They practice reading a fluency card and then are able to record their voice. And then the clickers have been a great tool as far as assessments go, and the kids really enjoyed. This year specifically, they have been reading our text like on Monday, and we do a clicker quiz right then, one read, do the clicker quiz, and they right away see the results, and they're not always very favorable. And then we retake it like on Friday after we've spent a week studying the text and doing the closed reading on it, and they take it again, and right away they get to see not only their improvement across a text, but also a class improvement, reminding them the importance of repeated reading and looking deep into a text to understand it. So today we are working on our Earth and Space unit, and each group was given a vocabulary word, and their job is to teach the class that vocabulary word through still shot pictures, and then interesting facts that go with those pictures. And then they will also be explaining the definition through movement, and we haven't got to that stage yet, but by the end, they are going to use iMovie to put all of those components together. So they'll be using still shots, their own narration, and then a video of them acting it out. And today they specifically had to kind of work on the searching part of how do you find information, how do you weed through all of that information out there on the internet and find those really important key facts that you want to share with others. So. The past 2 years I've really been focusing on how do you bring bilingualism into a technology environment, and how can you use technology to increase literacy in both languages. So being able to see them use Google Docs in Spanish and then transfer those skills right over and be able to do the same thing in English on a different topic. It's really just cool to see how it's almost like being triliterate because they have the digital literacy, Spanish and English all combined into one. I feel like the management gets easier when the technology is out and they're more interested in the topic, and they seem more interested to want to share their ideas. So I think I've always seen for those introverts, being able to communicate their ideas, even though without having to talk, you get to see the side of kids that otherwise you would never see, because they can share those ideas in a safe way for them, and they feel excited and they think it's cool. So it's been really fun. It's just interesting to see the kids grow with the technology, because at the beginning of the year they seem to get frustrated and they seem like they're yelling teacher, teacher every 2 seconds, but now they just sit back and they know things are going to be a little difficult sometimes, and they take a little more time to figure out and not be so scared to push buttons and kind of work it out on their own. Number one, don't forget professional development for sure. Technology is like an amplifier. It can amplify a really good lesson to make it amazing. It can also amplify a not so well planned lesson and make it even less effective. So I always try to keep that in mind and think about, how is the technology enhancing the lesson? Am I using technology just to use it, or am I using technology in purposeful and meaningful ways that will enhance the learning? As we keep talking about this college and career readiness aspect and the jobs that they will be doing, we don't even know the technology that is going to require, but at least as we're giving them that foundation, those foundational skills of searching and collaborating and communicating their ideas, that they'll be even more ready for the world that they will go to. I think that their literacy development this year the technology has played a huge role in that. Just between the fluency that we do, recording our voices on the iPad, and all of the writing and collaborating on Google Docs, that I think has really skyrocketed their writing. It's really helped them see their writing in a new light. It's like they see it on the computer, they see it on the iPads, we can comment and work on it and revise it together, and then when they're done, they really can understand that process that we went through without the feeling of, oh, I have to write another draft. I have to write another draft. You know, they seem more willing to relook, rework, rewrite parts of theirs when it's on the iPad or on the computer. So in a bilingual classroom, that's huge.